Hey y'all, um, it's Chevy Boy Racing or Alex. Depending on, you know, what you want to call me, I guess. Sorry, I should probably take my glasses off because like I could see myself in the. Okay, well now it's kind of dark, but turn that up a little bit. I still see myself in my glasses. This is messed up. Turn the auto off. Okay, now there's not so much glare from the camera. Sorry, my hair's kind of wonky, a little bit, but um, oh yeah, I figured I'd just say hi. um, do a little vlog thing. Um, yeah, because none of you guys have really ever seen my face except for like a couple of people that subscribe because they're my friends, you know, and they know me. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about now. Just hanging out in my room without my cousin. He went to go do something because batteries in his controller finally died. So he's forced to leave. He was being a butt earlier because he got mad at me and I got mad at him and stuff. So, but yeah. So, I don't know what to talk about really. I know I say like a lot, all this stuff, but yeah. Oh man. So I don't know, I don't know what to talk about. I thought about restarting because I did restart Real Racing 3, as you guys could tell, because I did a couple of videos just gameplay on that game before I ended up restarting it and doing a let's play on it. Excuse me. But what the heck? Okay, sorry about that. I had a call coming in for some odd reason. But it was weird. But no, I wanted to redo Marvel Future Fight, like I said in my last couple of videos, because of the fact that it's not that I'm getting bored. Okay, it kind of is that I'm getting bored of the game, but it's also just because I'd rather play through the story mode. So I feel like I should do that, like replay the story mode and stuff, in order for you guys to get more enjoyment out of it. You go through the journey, all that crap. But yeah, so I was kind of reading my story earlier, the one that I had posted on DeviantArt, the Michigan Streets one, and I haven't done this to the story on there, but I've added some stuff into it, and I've changed the names because the names are kind of campy, they're kind of stupid, but yeah, and I told my friend that I had been writing the story with, because originally I had written the story, and when I wrote it, I had written it, like I said in a episode 20 or something of my Let's Play of Real Racing 3, I had written it in a college-ruled notebook, and it took up 40 pages back to back, so 80 pages in total, right? And this, it's taking 200 one-sided friggin' 8.5 by 11s, which it's a 50,000 word book, or a novel, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, no, and I think it's okay. I mean, I changed the names, like I said, because they're really campy. And originally what it was is because in the story, my buddy, like I said in one of my videos that I had posted, I was like, yeah, I really, I want to, my buddy picks me up from school or whatever, like the week of exams, the week before exams, whatever, and takes me to this garage with his cousin and a bunch of their buddies and stuff, who I have no idea, by the way. They're all in my friend's head. You know, all these characters in my friend's head. But, so I took this car that my dad had bought me, in real life, you know, and stuff, and built it up, put a motor in it, you know, a new motor in it, put a supercharger on it, drag slicks, the whole 9 yards. Probably should change that back to street tires, because the drag slicks, they kind of add, or they kind of take away from like the realism of it, sort of, because, you know, drag slicks are really expensive. Street tires, not so much. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. But like originally the plan, and honestly, this is what I thought of for like the longest time, was taking the car and putting twin turbos on it. Twin turbos on that stock 3.4 liter V6 that came with the car. Probably a bad idea. And like I looked on a bunch of forums and stuff, and I'm like I had literally looked up, you know, which is better, the V8 with like a stock V8, or messing with the iron block V6. And everybody was like, dump the V6, go with the V8, because if you're trying to make a V6 with as much power as a V8, it's going to take enough money, or as much money as it would, if not more, than to just buy the V8 from the factory. It's like, okay, you know, so that's why that story went the way it did. Dropped the V8 in it, 383 crate motor, which is basically a 350 small block with a 400 small block crankshaft in it, so it's stroked up a little bit, which is why they call it a stroker. But yeah. And as far as that picture, like that picture of the black Camaro with the red stripes, that is exactly how I want to make that car look when I get the money to buy like a 93 to 97 Camaro. I don't really like the composite headlights. Like, I like the quad square headlights kind of ducked into those little coves. If you've ever seen a 97 or 93 to 97 Z28 or just regular Camaro, I don't know why. The composite headlights just don't sit well with me, and they look kind of goofy. I'm just like, eh. But, yeah. No, sorry, I've just been talking about the story and crap, but, no, about me, though, you know, I said this in that getting to know me video, but, I mean, I'm gonna be 23 here in December. Actually, on Pearl Harbor Day, no less. Pearl Harbor happened 52 years before I was born to the day. I was born about 3 months early. Should have been born in like March of 94. And instead, as God would have it, you know, I was born in the middle of a blizzard back in 93, and my mom and dad, you know, my mom has told me a million times, you know, or not a million times, but you get the idea. She's told me a bunch of times. She's like, yeah, no, the radiator in the old 74 Plymouth that we had froze over like 4 or 5 times, you know, going to go get you from the hospital and stuff. Because, I mean, you're born premature and things like that. And it can cause issues. And, yeah. No, and a little bit of history about me. You know, I'm born and raised here in Holland area. You know, Holland, Michigan. I mean, I was born up in Grand Rapids, but which is a big kind of metropolitan type city, like it's a big city compared to this semi-town, you know, of Michigan, like semi-small town-ish, you know, but yeah, sorry if I'm not smiling, guys, I apologize. I don't know, but yeah, no, I was like I said, so I've been here about 22.5 years, and yeah, lived here my entire life. My dad built lifted trucks when I was a kid, 78 Chevy on 44s and 6 or 12-inch lift, man. That, you know, that was it. That was my stuff when I was a kid. He built a 90 Suburban, jacked up on 44s also. He built a couple S10s for rock crawling. So pretty much you could call me a redneck if you want. There's a little bit of a southern accent going on in my voice, but Sometimes I don't have to force it. Sometimes I do. Well, I have to force it. No, sometimes I do force it. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool though. Like, my parents have owned older cars and stuff. Granted, they were born in that era where they were pretty cheap, but you know, my grandmother has a '69 Vet that she bought brand new back when my dad was 2 weeks old, back in '69, which is pretty crazy. She's had it forever. It's got the 427 big block. You know, it used to make like 390 horse from the factory. Now it makes like 500. And she used to road race it. And it's got side pipes. It's got friggin' the stock GM Chevrolet side pipes on it as an option from back then. And I'm just like, dude, that's awesome, you know. Unfortunately, I've never got to ride in it because of my legs. Like I said, I've got cerebral palsy. And basically what that is, if you guys don't know, something happened in my head. Well, I think I know what it is because I had spinal cord fluid on the brain, my mom said, when I was a baby. And they had to put a shunt in there? Or no, a reservoir. Put a reservoir in to drain it out because it was like causing my head to swell up. And so they drained it out. And I think it might have been what caused this. But I mean, to be honest, like, I thank God for it. I used to be mad at God a lot about it. Okay, yeah, I am a Christian. Just throwing it out there. So we'll talk about God sometimes in my videos or whatever. Especially like my blogs and stuff, or my vlogs. But, my hair is driving me crazy. Oh, by the way, I do have these curls from my mother. I do get them from my mom. I get the tints from my mom and stuff too. But, yeah, my mom, she's like, you need to get your hair cut, boy. I'm like, why? She goes, because those curls are showing. I need to cut them off. I'm like, no. I love my mom to death. I only see her a couple times a month, though, because they live up in Spring Lake. My mom, my 2 siblings, and my dad do. So I barely get to see her, but I miss my mama. But yeah, no, and my mom's pretty cool. But, anywho, I think that's what caused it, because the cerebral palsy, because of the fact that, cerebral palsy is caused by trauma to the brain during, before, or after birth. So yeah, that's what's going on. Makes it hard to walk and stuff, but I use crutches, and I've lived with it, you know, for almost 23 years now. I think I got the hang of it, or I'm still getting it. But oh, excuse me, I've had heartburn a little bit today, recently. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a rambling video. But I don't even think YouTube will let me upload this, for all I know. So that's why I'm trying to keep it under 15 minutes. But, yeah. I figured I'd do this, you know, like a facial thing. This, by the way, is a chair that my dad has had since I was like 10. But, yeah. No, one of my future goals, like, is to live out in the country somewhere with, like, a farmhouse, you know, and a couple acres of land. Maybe a big truck, you know, maybe that Camaro, you know, kind of give my kids the childhood that I had, you know, bombing around in the woods and stuff, going mud running. I listen to country music a lot, and I guess I am a redneck. You know, I just never shot a gun before, really, but I hope to do that eventually. But, and even though I'm, you know, over 21, I don't drink. My mom would shoot me. No, she wouldn't shoot me. She'd give me a big old smack over the head, be like, what are you doing? You know, you're not supposed to be drinking. But, yeah, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that, so. It's just kind of a weird tangent. First I'm talking about a story, and now I'm talking about the fact that I don't drink. I'm a very random guy that way. But no, yeah, I figured, you know, y'all could get to know me a little bit, face to face, you know what I mean? Like face to face interaction. So, yeah. I need to shave this off too. A little goatee. I can't grow anything beyond this, or this mustache. I don't know what it is. But if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know and I'll catch y'all down the road. This is Chevy Boy, signing out. Peace, y'all.